So alright Sunday morning. Be blessed to be alive today. Yeah, I would like to talk about prison. I'm 50-year-old. I've spent most of my life in prison. Yes, our local jail in Aberdeen was Craig Inches. It's been knocked down now a few years ago. And so it's called Grampian, HMP Grampian now, which is based in Peterhead, you know. And where it is, HMP Grampian is run by kids. See, my days in prison, no chance a kid would even dare take over. 'Cause then it was top dogs in the early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s. It was like top dog, which is a leader of that land and all that hall, you know. That was my days. And it was slop house, and they never had toilets. They never had phones in your cell like they do have in England. What else? We got toilets, showers. You know about that. My day, you was in prison. Most of my prison sentences I done in Berlin prison in Glasgow. I've been to Craig Inches, but I hated it because it was all the same people here, and I was still using drugs there. But I went to, they kept saying, "Oh, if you go to Berlin and you're from Aberdeen, you know, you get done and you get sliced," and that. It's rubbish. You know, there's more Aberdeen doing that than there is Glaswegian, to be honest. You know, I'm not joking, but there is a lot of people from up this way, up the north side. So anyway, when you first go into prison, you've never been to prison before, and you go into what they call the first night centre. But yes, you're technically speaking designed to be there just for one night, but you can be there anything up to a week until they find a suitable place for you, you know. And but it can be intimidating if you've never done prison before. You know what I mean? Because when you come out the first night centre and you go into your hall, I mean, with every other normal corners, you know, they're all standing at the gate waiting for you. As soon as you start saying to somebody, "Oh, what do I do here? What do I do that?" they know you're a victim. You don't go in. I've got no scars. People have asked me for years, why do I not get scars? Why? Because I don't go in prison looking for trouble. If trouble comes to me, I'll deal with it, which it doesn't happen a lot in prison, not with me. Because I'm basically like, you know, like the clown of the school. Well, I'm the comedian of the jail. And I make people laugh. When people's down, I make people laugh. And I don't want to know what's happening outside. You know, I finished my sentence, that's it. I haven't been in jail for, last time I was in jail was the start of 2018. That's when I finished a 12-month sentence down in Winton Green first of all. Then I got a recall in Manchester when I was at hospital with my ex while she was in hospital in labour. So they left me in hospital in the dog's chain, you know. And I got recalled, so I started panicking like everyone else probably would, you know, thinking, "Oh no, Strange Ways. What do you want me going to miss? Strange Ways." Up here in Scotland, you can call the screws by their names, or Mr. Adams, just say AKA Mr. Adams, or Mr. Smith, or how you doing, Michael? How you doing, John? The screws. See, in England, they call them boss or sir. That is no joke. Anyone from England will say that. And in English jails, I don't know about the jails up here anymore, you know, because the last few years I was down in England. I mean, back about 5.5 years or so. You know, when I got out in early 2018, you know, from Strange Ways, but I got escorted back here. I mean, by the police, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just having my coffee. Sorry about this, guys. I don't normally do this, but see, when you go to prison for the first time, it's intimidating because you got all the cons, all the people who's been in prison for years, you know, and for terms and long times and heaps of time, so they know the rule, right? They come up, ask that. So as soon as you ask questions, they know you're a victim. Don't ask questions. Figure it out for yourself. It's not hard. Figure it out for yourself. Tell you the reception, you know. So you take note of that, you know. But you get TVs these days. When I first started going to jail, when I was 15, it was slop out. Which is you did your business in a newspaper and threw it out the window, and some dirty minging gone just to keep themselves for about 2 hours. They were made inside to pick up the slop. That's why they say slop it. I mean, actually, okay, getting your rubbish, but jail is not a good place to be, guys. You go in jail for whatever crime you do, you come out knowing 20 times more crimes. That's how it works. Jail is not a good place to be. I mean, I'm 50-year-old. I can go into any jail and adapt to it because that's been like 20, 30 years of my life. That is prison up until 8 years ago when my daughter was born. Since then, I had a long think in a prison. I was in prison for 12 months, another 8 months after my daughter was born. So I thought, no, 9 months after my daughter was born, so I got the full 12 months. No, because of my license conditions, because of the cannabis in my system, they recalled me for that. So I knew I was better in the jail and better out because at the same time they were taking my daughter into police custody and in care, which I've never seen my daughter. She's in care now. She's been adopted out, but one day she comes and sees me. So I thought it's better for me to be in the jail. So I slapped the screw going down to the court. Got dragged back up. 12 months. And you do your full 12 months. Well, yes, bonus, and the judge and everyone else looked at me and think, jock scare, crazy man. Crazy. But I was then. This is now. And now I say jail is not a good place, especially for young people, especially if you haven't been to jail before, even if you're an old person, not old, but 20, 30, 40, you've not been to jail before, but people in jail, that's different. When they come out, they're a totally different person. But in the jail, they're a different person, because I am. When I'm in the jail, I'm classed as antisocial, so I don't get too dealt with people, because if you don't like that person, I've got the habit of attacking them, So I get a single cell, but it's all single cells up in Grampian, but not in English jails, no. Still old fashioned ways down there, but they've got toilets, they've got TVs, and the worst punishment is the digger. I mean, and you see people going about there in spice. It's not good. There's more spice in the jail than there is any other drug. It's crazy. I've seen people in some states. I mean, I don't smoke it. I tried it twice. Didn't like it. They say it feels like weed. It's nothing like weed. But kids, if you've got kids coming up, try your best to get a college course. Keep it straight and narrow, please, guys. Stay away from this knives and guns and tasers and knuckle dusters. I've been there and done it. I said part two of my bit of my life story yesterday. Maybe later on or tonight I might do a part two. If not, I'll definitely be doing one tomorrow, Monday. But kids, you don't want to go to school, go to prison. Sorry, you know, it's run by our Scottish jail is run by kids. The kids won't run it, and that's the truth. It's not good. It's when you go there for the first time, you'll always be there after that. They all say it. Oh, I'll never be back again. 6 weeks later, you're back because of a license condition. But please try and stay out of prison. It's no good. It makes it worse. It makes your mental health worse. Some people maybe feel safer in prison. I agree with that because I did. And every time I go to prison, especially if I'm not well, I'm bipolar, my mental health, I feel safer in prison. I know it's mad. I feel more safer in prison than I do in a psychiatric hospital and all that. But I'm not saying go to prison. I'm trying to tell you to stay out of prison. That's just me. Take up boxing. I'd even support you through that. I'd even get you into the boxing clubs. Not a problem. You can get me on Instagram. Okay, thank you. Be blessed this Sunday. God bless everyone. The Youth of Today TV.